Hey guys, welcome to the video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how to quick scope in Rainbow Six Siege. I discovered this process while playing a game. I noticed that the laser is aligned with the aiming down sight reticle, and we're going to see our first exhibit right now. I slowed this particular clip 10 times slower, and you're gonna about to see right now. As you can tell, there was a hit marker even when the ADS animation was not completed. Now we're gonna see a still picture of that particular moment in order to dissect it even better. So as you can see to the left, we have a hit marker and gunfire. Although the gun is not rested in the location where the ADS animation is, you can get 100% accuracy even without having to complete the ADS animation. I tried this over and over with operators like Blitz, Montaigne, etc. You can see this over and over again. This is another clip. You have the laser dot on the camera, gunfire, hit marker, although the ADS animation is not completed, but when you fire while at the latter end of the ADS animation, you will get 100% accuracy. Now I'm gonna show you, there is a few clips, and so how does this work? Well, when you put a laser sight on any gun, this little dot that shows between your crosshair is actually where your aim down sight will be. So there is a picture right here. You see the laser to the left and you see the reticle sight to the right. This is just a still before I completed the animation. Now the next animation, you can see that the tip of the crosshair, the tip of the sight is aligned perfectly with the red dot laser that you use for your gun. Meaning that the laser will be perfectly aligned with your sight reticle. This will give you 100% accuracy all of the time if you want to quick scope. So all you have to do is put a laser on someone's all you have to do is put the laser on someone's head or body and then a quick scope. Now, how do you do this operation exactly? Well, you actually don't have to complete the ADS animation to get that 100% accuracy. All you have to do is maybe push towards 50 or 60% of the ADS animation and then fire. When you do that, extra 50 or 60 or 40% that is left does not really matter while completing the ADS animation. All you have to do, when you know that you have reached that certain threshold, is fire, and you will get 100% rate of fire accuracy. Now, how does this works regarding code? I don't know really, but I explained it in this particular manner. Suppose that you have code 1 and code 2. Code 1 is responsible for your hipfire accuracy. When you put a laser sight, it's tighten up the grouping a bit. Now, go to code 2. Code 2 is responsible for your accuracy while aiming down sight. Now, this is where you explode the feature that is built in the game engine. How does or when does code 1 stops working and code 2 takes over? It can't be like at the end of the ADS animation, because if that you will have a problem where even if you aim down sight, but if you have like a tiny bit of a slow internet connection, you will completely miss. So they have to put a buffer. In this case, I think the buffer is around 40 or 60. I'm sorry, about around 50 or 40%. Again, this is my interpretation of this, of how this mechanics works. I have no experience in game developing. This is how I explained it in order to have a better understanding for you and myself. So this like 40 or 50% does not really matter for you to complete the ADS animation and fire. The code 2, the code that is responsible for the hipfire accuracy, the fire accuracy while aiming down sight is already affected, is already in motion. So the code 1 is not really responsible anymore for your fire. So if you have it, so this basically how does this is basically how it works. All you have to do is put a laser. The laser will show you the default point or the center point of your reticle. When you put the laser on someone, all you have to do now is ADS and fire while ADSing, not after ADSing. Meaning that instead of completing the ADS animation, then firing, all you have to do now is firing while engaging or activating the ADS animation. This will give you a huge advantage, especially in a first-person shooter like Rainbow Six Siege, where headshots matter. So if you have your laser on someone's head and you practice enough, you're gonna be able to put that or use that quickscope to your advantage, especially in tight situation and in tight corners. This mechanics will work perfectly with shield operators because you have the shield that will protect your head from incoming fire, from headshots all over. All you have to do now is put the laser reticle on someone's head and use this mechanic, exploit this mechanic that is built in game to your advantage. This, the way I explain this is, this will basically kind of work like the peeker's advantage. If you know it and you use it correctly, it will benefit you greatly. Now, the reason I made this video is, so suppose that someone on the attacking team is using a shield. If you know, like, if you notice that he's trying to get someone close to you and not really trying anything, you know he's gonna try to quick scope you, and you can counter that by just when you see like the animation for when he is trying to ADS, his head will be exposed for a split second. So if you tap fire or pre-fire on his head on the exact same location as his head, you might get the drop on him and kill him. So this is it for today's video, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any basically anything, write them down in the comments and I will post this video on Reddit. I think that might come to my mind, possibly this is a bug. Possibly this mechanic might not work as I shown you, where you have full accuracy even when you did not finish the ADS animation. Possibly this is a bug. So I'm gonna post it on Reddit. I'm gonna tag Epi and let's see let's see his feedback basically, because if this is a bug, I don't want this bug to be in the game. But if this is a game mechanic, yes, I want it in the game, because let's be fair, cheating is kind of a dick move. And by the way, I spent a lot of time editing this video, so I would appreciate it if you liked it and shared it with your friends. So guys, this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.